Hey everyone, this is Blackhawk SC, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber, I hope you have already seen my recent clan alpha balance video. My balancing suggestions comes from my personal experiences in playing the game, with a little math for verification. But when PGI put out their PTS, they seem to have ignored or discounted much of what actually happens in the game, and strictly looked at the numbers for balancing. I think this is so because on at least two separate occasions, they laser focused on this magic 94 damage cap for clan alphas, which I thought was ridiculous. There's really two ways that the 94 targeted alpha can be achieved. One is on the Direwolf, which itself comes with a number of drawbacks and is hardly the metamech that everyone fears. The second method is on the Deathstrike, but very few people will use the 94 point build when you can't even use the alpha all that often due to heat. The Blood Asp can carry the same weaponry, but I'm not sure if that alpha will go over its heat cap, and I honestly haven't tried because I know it'll be bad. But if we're going to use these impractical builds to justify alpha nerfs, why aren't we talking about the 108 point alpha Direwolf? Why wasn't this build mentioned by PGI? Are the 94 point builds overpowered but this build isn't? I think if the PGI guys ran it, they'll know by the first game why using these huge alphas as the benchmark is ludicrous. But they don't have to because in this video I will do it for them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this build itself because it's not meant to be a serious build, and I don't recommend running it. The Alpha Strike will take this mech to about 90% of its heat cap, so basically you can only do it from base heat. I have a weapon group for just 5 ER mediums because their cooldowns sync better with the Gauss, and I can use that and the Gauss for a moderate heat 65 point damage alpha when I really need it. In my demo matches you'll see me running the no JJ version like this, which uses the ultraviolet side torsos. Other variations will give you different armor quirks on your ST and CT components. An example is the Prime CT, LT, and ARMS with the S right torso. For my skill tree, I focus on heat gen and laser duration and firepower. I max out durability and max out cool run. Before going into the matches, I know some of you guys will point out that 108 isn't the limit as long as you're talking about non-targeted damage. Adding some number of missile weapons will get you beyond that number. What PGI and I are talking about here is the damage cap of directed damage, that is, damage that you can place on a component of your choice. Alright, let's see how stupid this build is. So in this match on Crimson Straits, what I really wanted to do was to cover the tunnel with my huge Alpha Strike. But what happened is the team decided to go across the saddle and essentially try to wrap around them. It didn't actually work out that way, but that's what they wanted to do initially, so I had to change direction and head towards the saddle like this. Get Gauss in the back, which I didn't really like. But it's possible that, you know, they saw there were several slow mechs that couldn't follow them around, so we kind of decided to turn around and hold the saddle position. See, what the ultraviolet back here has already turned around. I'm trying to give him some room here, but I can't get up that little hill. So the rifleman's our first victim. That shot almost killed him. If the Phoenix Hawk actually hit its center torso, it probably would have died.
Are we turning around?
As I'm still cooling down, I'm just firing my Gauss. That's typically my strategy for when I'm running this build. If I'm in the process of cooling, then I simply fire the Gauss and no lasers at all. The Fafnir almost gets taken out by, well, it didn't almost get taken out, like I think it got cored by that shot. And it's a combined dual Gauss plus the Alpha. And the Fafnir goes down. Normally, actually, the Fafnir would win that trade. But because he was over, 450 meters, my Alpha won out. And he was kind of poking alone too, so that was kind of bad for him. So we managed to take down 5 mechs already. And that Kodiak also goes down.
Well, they're not coming for their base. Yep.
It's turning out to be a pretty quick match, 8-2 already, so we pretty much just had to clean up, and the Direwolf is, the ultraviolet pilot is getting confident in pushing up now.
Battle, I'm not sure how. Well done, guys. Yeah, good job.
That Battlemaster should be a good target. He was turned sideways, so I couldn't get a good CT shot on him. Managed to kill him like that. I decided to save up my heat and just use the Gauss. I could have shot him with lasers, but yeah, I didn't see the bar, that vertical bar on my my alpha went into that. My Gauss went into that bar. Alright, just last guy.
Nicely done, guys.
It's a fun match that seemed to have worked out. Normally I'm not that lucky, so this turned out to be a decent match. In this match on Canyon Network, what we wanted to do was to set up for some mid-range shots in the beginning for the mechs, especially the big mechs that are moving from C5 over to C4. Did a pretty good shot on that Annihilator. It wasn't in the component that I wanted to aim for. Maybe it was towards on the side, but it was free damage, so I'll take it. Shadowcat's freaking annoying. But he wasn't really positioning very well, so he's actually a fairly easy target if I could get my teammates to move out of the way. But these teammates here are also good support as well, so I'm not disliking them being here. So the Shadowcat pays for his big exposure out. I didn't even need to get the Gauss on target. Well, he died before the Gauss shot made it to him. So yeah, if you're playing that kind of sniper, you're a large sniper, you should probably be a little bit further away than that and not expose so much of your mech. I don't know how, my reticle moved at the last minute, so I missed that Gauss shot on the UAV. Alright, well, there seems to be a battle happening over Echo 3 for some reason, but I'm expecting some more mechs to be over this hill here. What is that, an assassin or a javelin? I couldn't tell. But anyways, it died to it died to the single alpha. This Hellfire took a bunch of damage. I think if you saw the paper doll, it was a red CT from that shot as well. Couldn't get a good burn on that Scorch, but it also took a lot of damage. Now I'm CT cord, so I have to be pretty careful about my pokes. Probably let this Hellbringer do a little bit of work before I start engaging. That Annihilator that I was shooting at goes down. I'm surprised that shot didn't take out either a side torso or kill that Shadowcat immediately. Gotta be careful of that Scorch. He's being occupied by other guys right now, so I'm fine. Otherwise, I would have probably died. It's really hard to judge your heat cap. Um, like you might think that your heat isn't as high, but yeah, that's one of the big problems with this build is you just can't control your heat all that well. Well, we win this match despite all the direwolf's problems. Well, guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Actually, I have a whole playlist of direwolf videos back when it was the best assault mech in the game, so if you're interested in it, I'll link it below, and I'll see you next time.